You the latest in news, arts, and sports, so stay tuned.
Welcome to JambarTV. This is your student news.
Saturday night, the YSU community lost former football player Darius Shackelford in a car accident. The 24-year-old from Newark, Ohio, graduated last year. Shackelford was a wide receiver for the Penguins from 2015 to 2020. The YSU community extended their condolences to the family. Current coach Doug Phillips tweeted his condolences, stating in part, "Darius was not only a great player, but a great friend. We will all carry fond memories of him the rest of our lives." A memorial service was held at 6 p.m. Wednesday, February 10th in Stambaugh Stadium.
Tuesday morning, Ohio's Lieutenant Governor John Husted visited Youngstown to discuss his $12 million investment in the city. $5 million of the investment was donated to YSU for their workforce development and creation of YSU Energy Storage and Innovation and Training Center. Husted explained more of what this means for the community.
When we develop the talent, good things happen. It happens for the people because they earn more. When their skills are higher, when their productivity is higher, when they can do the things that people in other places can't do, they earn more. They have more job security. They have hope for the future. The community, why does it matter? Well, when you have a more talented community, you have a more thriving community. You make it a community that's more attractive for that future investment and the jobs and prosperity that follow.
Another full-time counselor and counseling graduate student are working with YSU Counseling Services to offer students mental health help. A COVID-19 mental health grant allows counseling services to create new programs such as biofeedback machines and light therapy to stay ahead of pandemic stress.
Frankly, I anticipate an uptick in requests for services once we're more back in person. I think that's when people are going to want to reconnect. They're going to struggle to reconnect. People are going to be rusty at that. And so that's when I really expect to see an uptick in need for services. Now's the time to put some pieces into place. You know, we don't have the demand right now, so we have a little bit more time that we can be intentional about what do we anticipate needs being and how are we going to address them when they get here.
Though the grant was one-time, Jaronski expects the new counselor to be permanent.
Northeast Ohio veterans have begun receiving their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. The Department of Veteran Affairs designated vaccine sites across the state, including Youngstown. Jambar reporter Ethan Snyder visited the Youngstown VFW and talked to the veterans about their experience with the vaccine.
VA has distributed almost 1 million doses of the COVID-19 vaccine to veterans across the country. Several of those veterans reside here in Northeast Ohio. More than 209,000 VA patients have been diagnosed with the disease since the beginning of the pandemic. Many veterans recognize the difficulties in distributing the vaccine, such as retired Navy Captain Greg Cooper.
I'm both happy and relieved to have received at least the first dose of the vaccine for COVID, and certainly it's it's been has such a dramatic effect on America that the opportunity to get the vaccine is reassuring.
Retired Army military police specialist Pete Price received his vaccine on February 8th and felt the process was very easy.
No, actually the whole system was very fluid. I was in and out of my appointment in 17 minutes. And 15 of those minutes was the 15-minute wait period after I got the shot. They were just boom, boom, in and out. It was sweet.
YSU announced it will not distribute the COVID-19 vaccine to students, faculty, or staff. Currently, Ohio is distributing vaccines to a select few, including those 65 and older or people with severe underlying medical conditions. Ohio is also vaccinating teachers and staff who work in elementary, middle, and high schools.
The health department is not allocating any vaccines to our campus.
The Youngstown State community celebrates its students' diversity by awarding various individualized unique scholarships. Jambar reporter Kelsey Norris explains each new scholarship.
Barbara Brothers, a retired dean and administrator in education at YSU, recently endowed a scholarship of her own. It's to help African American education majors who went to Youngstown City schools.
Her heart and her goal is with education. You know, she's been a dean, she's been a chair, she's been involved in the community for many, many years, and she knows the benefit of being taught by someone who looks like you, that you can identify with. And so she created this endowment to encourage African Americans to get involved in the education system.
A Youngstown organization called Shades of Blue is currently holding a scholarship fundraiser. The organization was founded by minority law enforcement officers to help get more minorities interested in the field. With the funds, the group will be able to send one minority student to the police academy at YSU or at Kent State Trumbull in the fall.
We're raffling off a $500 gift card to Giant Eagle. Someone right before Easter. We call it the April Fool's giveaway. So the raffle is going to be on March 31st, and will be at the Four Seasons Flea Market starting on February 21st, selling tickets.
Raffle tickets are $10 each. For more information on application details and deadlines, check out thejambar.com.
YSU's Recreation Center will hold a week of events in honor of the founding of the National Intramural Recreational Sports Association. Some events include tennis, kayaking, and painting.
We honor this day by doing different activities that promote recreation. So this has been something that we've been doing, I would say, since the building has opened over here, to just kind of, make students and faculty and staff aware, of NERSA.
For more information on the events offered, visit the Rec Center's website.
To show different Black artist perspectives, the McDonough Museum in February is digitally displaying work of African American artists. Douglas Campbell has more.
For the entire month of February, the McDonough Museum will be highlighting the work of African American artists in a variety of ways online.
Each weekday, I'll be featuring a new artist, Black artist, on our social media platforms. That would be Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
The museum ran a similar exhibition called Black Lives Matter, Black Artists Matter, which highlighted around 60 African American artists, including Malcolm Mobutu Smith and Mike Gibson. Smith's work is in three-dimensional abstraction and the improvisation in ceramic cups, scoops, vessels, vases, and also illustrations. His work is inspired by art from graffiti, comic books, and his passion for the culture within hip-hop and jazz.
Graffiti art was something that I started to get engrossed by even as I was deciding to commit myself to the academic study of fine art in junior high school. And those two things sort of came together at once, and I was a participant as a hip hop practitioner.
Gibson is a local topiary artist who found his calling from his father.
At a young age, at 7, he taught me how to trim the bushes. And from there, just became a chore that I eventually loved and took it a couple steps further as I got older.
He has since created 330 plus topiary creations in Ohio to match the area code and is not slowing down. These artists and more are available to view on the museum's website. The museum will also show a documentary Wednesdays at noon in the lecture hall called The Foreigner's Home.
I'm Douglas Campbell for JambarTV.
Next, Thomas Kushner has YSU's latest COVID-19 data from the newsroom.
Youngstown State University reports new COVID-19 cases on the dashboard for the week of January 31st. The count includes 1 employee, 2 students who live in on-campus housing, and 22 students who live off campus. The COVID-19 dashboard now includes information about the voluntary surveillance testing through CVS, showing 116 tests, 113 of which were negative, and 3 were positive. This is over a 2.5% positivity rate. Voluntary testing began January 13th. Governor Mike DeWine announced an end to the statewide curfew due to a decrease in hospitalizations. For the latest in COVID-19 at YSU, check out the YSU COVID-19 dashboard, which updates every Monday. Up next, Abigail Cloutier sits down with a panelist for the Honors College Wellness Series. So stay safe and stay tuned.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana, and I am why I'm proud.
As a former quarterback here at Youngstown State, I understand what it takes to be the very best. By becoming a member of the Penguin Club, you can help provide the support necessary for all YSU student athletes to be their very best. You'll receive great benefits like priority season tickets, game day parking, and access to hospitality rooms. To join the Penguin Club, call 330-941-1YSU or go to ysusports.com.
Hey kid, you wanna try some exercise?
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Yeah, man, exercise.
I don't know. I don't know if I should even be talking to you right now.
It's got lots of benefits.
Okay.
The benefits of exercise include increased levels of energy, higher quality of sleep, better muscle and bone strength, improved memory, and clearer skin.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared, and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. My name is Abigail Cloutier, and today I'm here with Johnny Ware, the coordinator for Student Enrichment and Diversity at YSU's Honors College. So, Johnny, I know you're new to the Honors College, so why did you want to come here, and what do you hope to accomplish in your role?
I've been around education for a very long time, and then I have a couple of students that went out to college, and I continue to have those relationships with them and help them go through things. So, opportunity to step up and go to a bigger school or bigger places was an opportunity I wanted to try.
That's great, and I know you're a panelist for the new Falling Forward event series, the panelist series, but what inspired the series overall?
I just think, the pandemic's going on, a lot of people kind of looking at ways to, get through things, and I think it's easy when you have people actually talk about it. You have more people talk about it, and it actually helps you get through a lot of things that you're probably struggling with that you're not really want to talk to someone else about it, but the more people around, the more people talking about it, the better you might be able to come out and talk about what you're experiencing and what you need help with.
And I know your Failing Forward panel is about relationships. So how did you get involved in that topic specifically?
Just because before the pandemic happens, dating, you go on dates and things like that. So right now, I think a lot of people got to learn how to date, how to talk to people, how to communicate, and I think during this pandemic time, the COVID time, I think it's great for people to learn how to talk, know one another, know who you are as a person, and kind of find different ways to do things. So that's the reason why I kind of picked the relationship part of it.
And I know the panels are from a variety of YSU alumni and on a variety of topics. So what do you think that the speakers bring to the table?
They were here before. They were YSU students, there was college students, and actually coming back and giving back to the university is huge. And I think people see that. I think once they leave, they might have an opportunity to come back and do the same thing.
Great. And what do you hope that students get out of the series overall in the short term or long term?
Just ways to get through life, ways to get through things that that you probably didn't know how to get through, and maybe this might be able to help you get through something short, something long, or something that you can use to help a friend that's going through something that they are struggling with.
Great. And that's all the time that we have at JambarTV. Tune in after the break. Douglas Campbell brings us our arts and entertainment news.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State, and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex, and I'm why I'm proud.
As a former quarterback here at Youngstown State, I understand what it takes to be the very best. By becoming a member of the Penguin Club, you can help provide the support necessary for all YSU student athletes to be their very best. You'll receive great benefits like priority season tickets, game day parking, and access to hospitality rooms. To join the Penguin Club, call 330-941-1YSU or go to ysusports.com.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud. You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Douglas Campbell. Freshman David Hewley III has been forging his own creative path since arriving at YSU. Valedictorian of his high school, David joined the Honors College and majors in accounting at the Williamson College of Business Administration. Recently, he published his first book titled Hunter Black.
Sometimes you get into fan fiction and you're like, that's a pretty interesting story, interesting alternative. You start to write your own, and it becomes a way for you to grow outside of class, you know, and not just to be a student or not just to be a worker, but to be your own person. So that's what it came out of me during the Hunter Black ebook.
The book was released January 17th and is available via Amazon. YSU English Fest is looking for volunteers for its virtual event this April. The festival is entering its second year online. It spans 3 days and chose 11 books for discussion. Volunteer positions include game moderators and discussion leaders. Festival co-chair Angela Messenger encourages volunteers to be creative.
You're looking for students, faculty, staff, community members, whoever's interested in potentially developing pre-recorded asynchronous videos of sessions that typically are affiliated with some aspect of a book, or they don't necessarily have to talk about the book, but elaborate on some theme or part of history or something that is relevant to the book.
Visit the English Festival website or contact Angela Messenger for more information. When choosing a major in college, it's good for students to know exactly what they're getting themselves into. YSU's art department hosts the series of virtual information sessions for potential art majors. They'll teach students about art education, graphic design, and ceramics. Some students enrolled in the art program encourage others to join.
It's a tremendous program, I think. I've been in the all kind of mediums and all kind of different things. I didn't, even think I was going to be involved in, welding, the pottery wheel, making jewelry, soldering, wood shop, all these things. YSU's got it, man.
After the break, Kyle and Ben Lulai update us on baseball, basketball, and club sports. Stick around.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's communication department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared, learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Ben Lulai alongside Kyle Wills. In national news, Twitter exploded last week when EA Sports announced they were revamping the NCAA football franchise. The franchise was originally canceled due to its use of player likenesses. The last installment was NCAA Football 14, released in 2013. The game isn't expected to hit shelves until 2023, 10 years after the last installment.
The Youngstown State women's basketball team swept Purdue Fort Wayne this past weekend. The team set a new school record for points in a Horizon League game in their 102-60 victory on Friday. The Penguins once again defeated the Macedons 68-52 on Saturday. Forward Nneka Obiizer was named Nike Horizon League Freshman of the Week for the third time this season, following her impressive performances this past weekend. Obiizer averaged 14.5 points and 8 rebounds per game while shooting 63.2% from the field. She also shot 2 from behind the arc and 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
You're never completely comfortable, but we have 4 games left, and we've won 8 of our last 9, which obviously I'll take any year. So, fairly happy. We're still struggling a little bit defensively and trying to be a little more stubborn on that end. But offensively we've been playing much better and a better flow. So. Going into IUPUI, one of the best teams in the league on their floor, it's going to tell us a lot more where we're at.
YSU will be back in action this Friday and Saturday as they travel to play the defending conference champion, IUPUI. Both games are scheduled for 6 p.m. on 1390 WNIO and ESPN+.
The YSU baseball team returns to action for the first time in 11 months. The Penguins began their 2021 season in Alabama, taking on the University of Troy in a 4-game series starting February 19th. Jambar reporter Richie Giuliano has more.
The Penguins bring back a very experienced roster in 2021, 12 seniors and 12 juniors. One of those seniors, Jeff Whaler, said that him and his team are confident that they know how to handle themselves in the opening series.
A lot of veteran guys on the team know what we're capable of, know how to handle themselves going down south and playing this early in the year, so I think that's going to help us a lot.
The team has a big name on the schedule in 2021. The Penguins head to Louisiana to take on LSU February 26th. The excitement builds around playing a top 10 preseason selection in LSU, but head coach Dan Bertolini doesn't want to look past their opening series.
You know, we're really trying to focus on Troy. Just that's the first one. Sometimes you don't want to look past it, but yeah, we've played some great. I think our players are prepared. We've played some great opponents, and since the time we've been here, and these guys have been freshmen, so we've been in those kind of environments. But it's definitely exciting.
Fans can check out ysnlive.com for the YSU audio broadcast. Also, check out ysusports.com for live stats and a recap. First pitch starts at 7 on February 19th. I'm Richie Giuliano for JambarTV.
The YSU women's rugby team went from the playoffs in 2019 to no competition in 2020. The team is practicing this season in hopes of playing their rivals in the fall. Members of the club sport say they're following strict safety guidelines during these practices, in addition to wearing masks and sanitizing equipment.
When we had our coach with us last semester, she brought these pool noodles, and we would play touch rugby with them. So every time we would go to tackle someone, we would just hit them with a pool noodle.
The team is accepting new players. If you're interested, to learn more, visit the team's Facebook and Instagram pages or contact women's rugby president Ali Borak.
This week in YSU sports history, we highlight softball's impressive run in the 2006 Horizon League tournament. Youngstown State was a 6th seed going into the Horizon League tournament, but had the benefit of home field advantage because the Penguins hosted that year's conference tournament. On their way to the championship, the Penguins defeated 3rd seed Detroit Mercy, 7th seed Wright State, and UIC twice, the tournament's #1 seed. Youngstown State defeated UIC in the tournament final 2-1. The win was punctuated by a walk-off home run by senior Tiffany Patterson. By winning the league tournament, the Penguins punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament for the first time. YSU softball begins its 2021 season with a doubleheader against North Carolina A&T this afternoon.
Well, that'll wrap it up for this week's episode. Make sure to get this week's episode or this week's edition of the Jambar.
And really exciting things, both the baseball and softball programs starting this week. I think some big things are going to happen. Definitely some building blocks from last season. They're going to be hungry to get their seasons underway. And as always, until next week, Penguins, stay safe and go YSU.
Support for Jambar TV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.
As a former quarterback here at Youngstown State, I understand what it takes to be the very best. By becoming a member of the Penguin Club, you can help provide the support necessary for all YSU student athletes to be their very best. You'll receive great benefits like priority season tickets, game day parking, and access to hospitality rooms. To join the Penguin Club, call 330-941-1YSU or go to ysusports.com.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting, where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education, and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State, and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex, and I'm Y and proud.